It began with a promise, a single drop of blood that could test for hundreds of conditions. No needles, no labs, just instant results. It sounded like a miracle, and for a while the world believed it. Investors poured in billions. Pharmacies prepared to roll out the technology. At its peak, the company was valued at $9 billion, and at the center of it all was a woman named Elizabeth Holmes. I'm the host, and you're watching this channel. This is the incredible story of Theranos, the $9 billion dream that fooled Silicon Valley, Wall Street, and the world. Elizabeth Holmes was just 19 when she left Stanford University. She wasn't a doctor. She wasn't an engineer, but she had a vision. What if you could test for dozens of illnesses using only a finger prick? What if healthcare could be faster, cheaper, and less painful? Holmes believed she could change medicine forever, and she had the determination to convince others that she was right. She wore black turtlenecks. She spoke with certainty. She positioned herself as the next Steve Jobs, and investors bought into the image. By 2010, Theranos had raised hundreds of millions. By 2014, its valuation soared to $9 billion. Holmes was praised as the youngest self-made female billionaire. She appeared on magazine covers. She was invited to high-profile conferences, and her board of directors looked like a list of world leaders. Henry Kissinger, George Shultz, James Mattis, powerful names, but not one of them had medical experience. Theranos announced partnerships with Walgreens and Safeway. Stores across America planned to install the Edison machine. The device, Holmes claimed, could run hundreds of tests from a single drop of blood. It was marketed as revolutionary, but inside the company, employees saw a different reality. The Edison machines were inaccurate, results were inconsistent. Some patients were misled about their health. Instead of fixing the problems, Theranos became a place of secrecy. Employees were pressured to stay quiet. Visitors were shown stage demonstrations. To the outside world, Theranos was a breakthrough, but to those inside, it was a company built on promises that technology could undeliver. In 2015, questions began to surface. A Wall Street Journal reporter, John Carreyrou, started investigating. Whistleblowers came forward, and slowly the truth came out. Theranos wasn't running hundreds of tests on a drop of blood. Most samples were sent to traditional machines from other companies. The core invention never worked as promised. Once the story broke, the downfall was unstoppable. The FDA and SEC began investigations. Walgreens ended its partnership. Investors demanded answers, and patients who trusted the results felt betrayed. The company that had once been valued at $9 billion collapsed almost overnight. In 2018, Elizabeth Holmes and her partner Sunny Balwani were charged with misleading investors and patients. The trial drew global attention, and in 2022, Holmes was found guilty on multiple counts. Once celebrated as the youngest billionaire in Silicon Valley, she was sentenced to more than 11 years. But the deeper question remains: how did it get this far? How did some of the smartest and most powerful people in the world fail to ask basic questions? The answer lies in belief. People wanted the dream to be real. They wanted to believe in a miracle. They wanted to invest in the next Steve Jobs, and in that desire they ignored the warning signs. Theranos wasn't just a failed startup. It was a lesson about hype, a lesson about the dangers of secrecy, and a lesson about how far people will go to believe in a story that feels too good to be false. Today, Theranos is gone. Its machines never reached the public. Its promises were never delivered, and billions of dollars disappeared with it. But the legacy of the $9 billion dream remains, because Theranos showed how quickly vision can become illusion, and how even the brightest minds can be convinced by a story. Elizabeth Holmes once promised to change the world, and in a way, she did. Not by transforming medicine, but by showing how fragile trust can be in the age of Silicon Valley. Theranos became the $9 billion downfall, and it will be remembered as one of the most dramatic stories in business history. This has been the story of Theranos. If you like our videos, we'd love to have you subscribe.